Hey everybody, it's Patrick. It's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays I talk about long hair. Here in the US it is Thanksgiving week, which means that Friday is Black Friday, which is when a lot of Americans start their Christmas shopping. Today I thought I would go over 5 gift ideas for the long hair guy in your life, or for your wish list as a long hair guy yourself. Now, just to let you know, all of these items are just items that I myself find really interesting or really kind of cool. They are not products that any company has hired me to recommend. I never do sponsor content, and I don't think I ever will, unless somebody really wants to pay me a tremendous amount of money. But these are just things that I think that I would find really interesting to get for Christmas, or that I would give to friends of mine with long hair. I tried to keep this to a range of prices so that you can get everything from stocking stuffers to something a little bit more extravagant. And if you have any ideas that you think would be good to give the guy or girl in your life who has long hair, you can leave them in the comments down below. So the first gift that I think that would be really cool to get would be argan oil. I am not going to say which brand because I use different brands all the time, and pretty much they're all the same. You can get it from anywhere from a couple of dollars to really expensive products, but I would consider this more of a stocking stuffer. A small bottle of argan oil will last you a very long time. I only use a few drops at the ends of my hair. I have extremely dry hair, and it has worked for me. A very small bottle, about this big. I've had it for probably about 5 or 6 months, so I think that it would be really welcome from someone. There are also other types of oils that the guy in your life might like for their hair as well. But the thing about argan oil is that it is not a brand name. It's just a type of oil, and for that you don't have to worry about if it is a brand that they like or if it's something they normally use, because it's pretty much going to work for them if it's something that they have used in their hair before. Coconut oil also is a really good product, but it's more of a food product and it probably wouldn't look all that great under the tree, so I would go with something like argan oil, or maybe tea tree oil, or one of those. Just go in your hair care aisle and just look for just the small bottles of the different types of oils that are available. Pop one in someone's stocking and they probably will really thank you for it. Something else that might be a great stocking stuffer would be hair ties. But even though hair ties are pretty much of a disposable type of item, I'm going to recommend more, I guess, luxury, but it's not really luxury. They're just kind of cool, and they are made well, and they look great. And those are hair ties for guys. I have reviewed those before on my channel, and they sent me a number of packages after I did my review because they liked my review. They didn't send it to me to review. I had bought them on my own. The original package that I bought was $12. I believe you get 4. So it's kind of expensive for hair ties, but that was almost a year ago, I think, that I reviewed those, and I still have all 4 of those hair ties. I still have a number of packages that they sent me that I have never opened, and I've actually given some of the packages that they gave me to friends, and they're still using them. So if you're thinking about luxury hair ties, which doesn't really seem to make any sense, this is what I would go with. The company is called the Longhairs. They have a number of really great designs on these hair ties. They are a bit expensive, but they have lasted for me. And you know, it's one of those things that's a little luxury. It's not very expensive, and it's something different that the guy in your life who has long hair might not have seen before. So go to their website and check them out. It's called the Longhairs, and it's hair ties for guys. And I know that they're coming out with some new designs very soon. If someone in your life is just growing out their hair, or if you're just growing out your hair, one of the things that you hear all the time is, how do I deal with my hair while it's in the growing stages? So if you have someone who is in a middle stage or has hair that seems to always be in their face, they don't quite know what to do with it, I would recommend, it's called Buff Hair Headgear, or the Buff Company. If you've ever seen the television show Survivor, those sort of tubes of fabric that each team wears in their different colors, that they can wear it around their neck, but they can also put it in their hair to kind of pull it back. That's what those buffs are. This company has a whole bunch of different items, and it's one of those things that really covers if you don't want to wear a hat necessarily, and you don't feel comfortable wearing a headband necessarily, or I don't know, barrettes or tying it back, and your hair isn't quite long enough to tie back, or you don't feel like tying it back. I think that this is a great alternative. They're not too expensive. Going into the winter, they have some knit ones and some fleece ones that I've seen on their website. And it looks like just there's a bunch of different price points for this as well. And I think it would be something that would be unexpected, and also a nice sort of middle of the road gift maybe for someone who you haven't, you don't want to spend a tremendous amount of money on, but certainly give them a nice gift. One product that I cannot recommend enough are wet brushes. These are brushes by the company called Wet Brush. Those are the ones that I would go with. If you have watched my channel or anybody's long hair channel for any length of time, you know that brushing wet hair can be a very dangerous thing to your hair because it does tend to stretch and snap when you are growing out, when your hair is wet. So you don't want to grow out all this hair so that you will break it. A wet brush is much more gentle to your hair. The bristles tend to give a lot more than a normal bristle brush. This is reasonably priced, and it may be something that someone who is growing their hair, especially a guy who's growing their hair, might not have heard of. So a wet brush would be one of my suggestions as well. And finally, I wanted to include something that was really quite nice, really quite expensive and luxurious and a little bit crazy to give someone, and that would be Mason Pearson hairbrushes. These are basically the Cadillac of hairbrushes. I did not really ever think that there would be such a thing as a luxury hairbrush. I mean, all hairbrushes are the same, right? A friend of mine, a woman friend of mine, got hers for Christmas last year, and she said, you just absolutely have to try it. So she let me use hers. And it is like if you've been in a luxury car after driving a beater car your whole life, it was just like that. It's the bristles are just, they glide through your hair. These are really expensive brushes. These go for over $100 each. So this has to be for someone special in your life. If you see this on my wish list, then I would very much appreciate that, but it's not something that I would expect. But if you really want to give a nice, luxurious gift that somebody is not going to expect, then these Mason Pearson hairbrushes are really just something quite special. And if you want to, you can always say, well, you know, that hairbrush cost me over $100, take good care of it. And then, of course, it's tacky, but they may be impressed with you. So those are my 5 suggestions for gifts for the long hair guy in your life. If you have anything that you have on your wish list that you would like to let us know about, please leave that on the comments down below. I'm also researching a couple of the topics that you have asked me about in a couple of previous videos, so stay tuned for those. If you want to be notified when those new videos go up, or any videos that I put on this channel go up, please subscribe down below. It's just a little red box. All you gotta do is click on it and you will be notified anytime I make a new video. Thanks so much for joining me this time. I'll talk to you next time.